The OC is the soul of the world, and when the OC is right, the world is right. Hey YouTube, welcome back to SIBZ, West Coast, East Coast siblings. Today we are covering the last episode of the HBO Max mini limited series, The Third Day. This was a satisfying ending on some levels and not on others. So here we go. As you guys know, we're gonna do the 3 biggest takeaways in a little bit. I'm gonna kind of give you my review of the episode first. We got some answers, which is great. We also didn't get some answers, and I think that was on purpose. I can solidly say now that the themes throughout this entire limited series have been about belief and disbelief, especially in the back 3 with Naomi Harris's character, whose name is Helen, but Sam keeps calling her Cass. I don't know where that comes from. That little girl, Lou, is absolutely adorable. She is so precious, I can't handle it. Ellie is an idiot, did a bad job with her little sister, but, you know, she's a kid and she went through a lot, so I understand why she's making stupid decisions. Let's get into biggest takeaway number 1. Sam and Helen finally see each other face to face, and Helen explodes, and honestly, I don't blame her. Sam was kind of a bad dude. In essence, they lost their son because he was on the phone with his mistress for 23 minutes and 17 seconds, I believe. He just lost track of their son, and I think the guilt of that drove him to insanity. Honestly, this entire episode, we're questioning if he's crazy or not. He tells her that Nathan is alive. She sees the boy. She's like, no, that kid is straight up white. I'm black. If it's our son, 1 and 1 are not making 2 here. But then at the end of the episode, the little boy tells her something that only she and him knew. So I don't know, is that her son? Did the island change his ethnicity? Why the heck would it do that? Some weird stuff going on there. Biggest takeaway number 2 is that Jess has had the baby, and she is using the baby as sort of her leverage in everything. She's gonna rule the OC until that baby becomes of age, and then the baby will rule OC. She's saying that her daughter should rule the OC over Nathan or even Sam because her daughter was conceived and born on the OC. In essence, she stages a coup and she sort of like sets up a rebellion. They kill the nice innkeeper and his wife, which is pretty sad because they were loyal to Sam. Biggest takeaway number 3 is Helen gets what she came for. She gets the $40,000 and makes it off of the island. Woohoo! Sorry if I spoiled that if you guys haven't seen it yet. She goes there, she has this huge blowout with Sam. Sam tells her that he loves her, he still wants her. She's like, nah. You lost our son because you were having an affair and were too busy with your lady friend to keep an eye on him. Then you leave me and the children, you take out all of the money that we have, and you run away. So I think it's a hard no. And you know, mad props for her, because even though I like Sam, even though Sam was having some mental problems, at the end of the day, she can't forgive him for that, and I understand that. So through a whole bunch of mishaps and, you know, difficulty and strange situations, it seems like Sam is gonna try to take the island back with his son, Nathan. So he goes and murks a bunch of people, gives Helen the money. Now, a few critiques about this episode in particular, the whole boat situation, where she has sweet baby girl Lou and quasi like a decent little girl Ellie in the boat, and she ties a rope around herself and tries to swim across the midway to get them to the mainland. I'm like, are we watching Titanic? Is this Jack and Rose all over again? Girl, get in the boat. You're surrounded by a bunch of wood. Get an oar, get in the boat, and row yourself to the mainland. Why you gotta be all heroic and swim? What is this? Ugh, I was disappointed. For Helen, she keeps having visions of her son and like, you know, seeing his shirt, and she pulls his shirt into her while the girls are trying to warm her up and whatnot. So I think that's a sign that she comes to the conclusion that maybe that was her son, the little white kid, and the island did change his ethnicity. Anyway, you guys, all in all, I did enjoy The Third Day. Episode 6 I feel like tied off as many loose ends as we could ask for. We don't see what happens to Jess and her baby, Epona. We assume that Sam stays to take over the island again, and we assume that Nathan is Sam and Helen's son. Also, how could Helen, after realizing that that child was her son, leave him on the island? But anyway, all in all, good show. Glad it was only 6 episodes because I don't know if I would have lasted a whole 13. Obviously, the acting was great. All of the acting. The little children, little Lou. If you've been watching it with me, let me know what you think in the comments. So you guys, that is the 3rd day. Don't forget to like this video if you like this video. Comment and subscribe. Click the bell so you can be notified of all of the new content here on SIBZ. Let me know if there are any other TV shows you want me to cover. I think that's all I have. Okay, I'll see you guys on some other TV show.